Hi, this is Dr. Luke Reineck from Living with Motion Chiropractic. In the last video we talked about the stress response, how our bodies can kind of get stuck in a fight or flight situation by being under constant stress and our bodies not being able to handle stress appropriately. We're going to talk more about stress in this video today, but more about stress caused by our food actually. There's numerous different forms of stress, from emotional stress, having a long day at work type of thing, to physical stressors, to even chemical stressors, and that's where food would come into. Chemical stressors could be anywhere from chemicals to environmental pollutants, a host of different things that our body does not respond to appropriately. Any of these things are going to engage the natural response of the fight or flight mode, which once becomes chronic if we don't handle it properly, if our body is not understanding how to deal with that stressor appropriately. So in this video I wanted to address the biggest stressor that I talked about, the food that we eat. The saying, "we are what we eat," is very true, but it's not all about the calories or the fat that we're eating. The quality of your food we consume directly influences our genes and the stress response. And we talked about last video, the stress response, why that's so important that we know how to manage that correctly, as if we don't, our hormones get out of whack and creates a host of different issues that a lot of people deal with every day. So what I want to talk about, many of us have seen the movie Super Size Me with Morgan Spurlock. For those that haven't, it's basically Morgan Spurlock documents what would happen if you ate fast food 3 times a day for a month. I think most of us realize that that would be extremely unhealthy. We'd get fat, our blood pressure would skyrocket, our cholesterol, triglycerides, all that would increase drastically with doing that. One of the interesting things I think from that movie was how his mood changed, how he became depressed, he became anxious. Couldn't think straight. He only felt better when he ate fast food. Okay, which to me, if you think about it, when you got to go back to that substance, whatever it is, to feel better, that's basically what an addiction is. And it's not a real big surprise knowing that fast food, processed foods are full of different chemicals that, going through the process of making those different foods and making them last longer and so forth and so on. However, fast food is not the only culprit of having genetically modified, nutrient-depleted, and chemical-filled foods. Fortunately, many of our foods are becoming more foreign to ourselves because of the way they're grown these days. They're treated with pesticides, fertilizers, and then shipped thousands of miles to the grocery store where we then buy them. According to the book, The Ultra Mind Solution by Dr. Mark Hyman, the stress response in our body created by foreign molecules in food is called xenohomeostasis. The concept of xenohomeostasis describes how the stress-related cascade of events can lead to making us sick. The foods we eat directly impact the state of our health, and I think that's something very important for us to understand. We have a choice between getting that greasy hamburger and a grilled chicken salad, for instance. I think we all need to focus on making those correct decisions, understanding that it's not just about the calories, I'm going to go run those off tonight type of thing, but the foods we eat directly correlate to our overall health. Those foods, if we continuously eat these processed, chemically filled foods, those things are actually altering our genes to express potentially disease type symptoms. So what I want out of this video is that for you to get is just think twice about that. Start making the right decisions now. There's a lot of different studies that are out there with children correlating the increase in child obesity with the increase in brain dysfunction, which is awful, from ADD to ADHD to autism to a host of different behavioral problems in children. So it's not just as these kids are getting obese, they're doing that because we're not having the right foods available for them, and then by doing that they're getting presented with all kinds of chemicals from processed foods that then are altering their nervous system, their brain, how they perform in school, and how they develop over time. So, that's what I want people to get out of this video. I hope this helps a little bit. If you want to learn more, go to www.livingwithmotion.com. I encourage everyone to come in for a consultation, not just learn about chiropractic, but how to kind of take charge with their overall health, and that's what we're here to do. Thank you very much.